Let's do question 4P1. It says in the diagram below, or the diagram alongside, in this case, a circle center O is drawn, and then C, D, E, F, and G lie on the circumference of the circle. And then we have angle EGF equal to 36 degrees, CED equals to 50 degrees, and then DCE equal to 22 degrees, and then ECO Y degrees Y, and then OCF X. Determine the size of Y with reasons. Right, so when you get such a question, I want you to just ignore the questions first and just work on the information that is given. Okay, you ignore the information, sorry, you ignore the questions and work on the writer using the information that is given. So here, if we check this point here, there's this point which says circle with center O is drawn. So once we have a center, we think of the center theorems. The center theorems, we talk about the line drawn from the center, perpendicular to the chord. And then if we check in this situation, we don't have that line, or a line from the center to the midpoint of the chord. We don't have that also. And then we think of the angle at the center, subtended by an arc at the center, in an angle but subtended by the same arc at the circumference. We have that. If you check here, we have this angle here subtended at the center by arc CD, and then we have this subtended at the circumference by arc CD. Okay, so we can say this angle is what? Is 100 degrees. Just work on the writer. Before you look at the question, find that by the time you go to the question, you have answered everything. Okay, right. And then what else? We have this angle. If you check ECD there, I can see that it's a triangle. So we can find this angle here. Okay, which is 50 plus 20 plus 22, that is 72. And then this should be what? 180 minus 72 should be 108. 108. Okay, 108. You see that degrees. This angle is 108 degrees. What else do we have? OC is equal to OD because they are radii. So it means here this angle is going to be equal to this angle here. You see that? So 180 minus 100 degrees is 80. Then we divide these two into two parts, 40 degrees. I haven't looked at the question. I'm just working on the writer. And then if we check again, we have these angles here, which are angles in the same segment. Okay, subtended by the same chord there, or subtended by the same arc there, EF. We have this angle and this angle here. Okay, this angle and this angle here, they are subtended by what? By the same, their angles in the same segment. Means this whole x plus y must be equal to 36 degrees. You see that? Okay, so let me use a different symbol here for this angle. Okay, you see. So what else? Any other angle that we may have? Also, we have this angle. It must be equal to this angle here because their angle is in the same segment. Their angle is in the same segment. Okay, so if we can get angle F here, we can also get angle E1. Okay, right. I think we've covered everything. If you can see even more things, it's still okay, right? Maybe I've not exhausted everything, but that's the approach. That would be the best thing to do. Look at the writer, work on the writer before you look at the question. Then again, you read the information. The information will give you clues. Okay, like here, center, angle, circle, center, or it means you're talking about what? The center theorems there. Okay, all right. And then now let's answer the question. Says now determine the size of y with reasons. Okay, right. So we say it now. Angle COD is going to be 2 times angle CED. Okay, let's just write that. Angle COD is equal to 2 times angle CED. Why? Because this angle at center is equal to 2 times angle at circumference. Okay, angle at center is equal to 2 times angle at the circumference, meaning that this angle is going to be 100 degrees. So COD is equal to 100 degrees. Okay, but remember, OC is equal to OD since they're what? Radii. These two sides are equal, meaning that angle OCD is equal to angle ODC. Therefore, angle OCD is equal to angle ODC. So, what's the reason here? We say angles opposite equal sides. Angles opposite equal sides. You can even state the sides there, say OD, OC equals to OD. Okay, so now it means that if we add these angles, we're going to get what? 180 degrees, angle sum in triangle, isn't it? Right, okay, we can do these things differently. So the faster way of doing this is just to say, therefore, OCD, OCD, OCD is equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degrees. Okay, so we say 180 degrees minus 100 degrees, then these two are going to divide the difference between 180 and 100 degrees equally because they are equal angles. So we divide this by 2, and then we say which is equal to 40. And then there is in angle sum in triangle. And also we have used that these are angles opposite equal sides, so they are equal. And then, so it means this angle here is 40 degrees. The whole angle is 40 degrees. But now, this 40 degrees is equal to y plus 22. So we can say, but y plus 22 degrees is equal to 40 degrees, okay? And then we can say now subtract 22 degrees from both sides. Y is equal to 40 degrees minus 22 degrees, meaning that y is equal to 18 degrees. So y is equal to 18 degrees. So this is 18 degrees. Let me write it here. Okay. So like I said here, you could have said maybe angle OC, COD plus OCD plus ODC is equal to 180 degrees, since there is the interior angles of a triangle. So we say angle sum in triangle. Okay, could have done that. Then say 100 degrees plus, and then OCD and ODC, they are equal. So we can say 2 times OCD because these two are equal. Okay, right? 2 times OCD is equal to 180 degrees, and then 2 times OCD is equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degrees. Then to get OCD, like we did here, you can say divide by 2 both sides. Therefore, OCD is equal to 180 degrees minus 100 divided by 2. You see that? So you could have done that. Then you're going to get your 40 degrees there. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to do there to get the y value. From here, then you can do the same calculations as this side. Then you get your y. Okay, right.